I remember when I put out those videos about I don't believe that women want to get married, people were like, hey, that's what they say, but they actually do want to get married.
I don't think any woman is saying, I don't need a man.
Hi guys, just a daily reminder that I ain't never seen a man that I need. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise. You're a guest in this household and you can be kicked out just as quickly as you were welcomed in. Thank you.
If they say that they don't want to get married, then you should accept them for that and use them for what they want. I know I always receive pushback from the ladies when I did my first video about this topic. And I just wanted to use this as proof about what my theory is in regards to women, modern women, and marriage. So a while back, maybe 2 months ago, I did a video and I was basically explaining to you all that we tend to harp on the topic of there are only 1 in 4 Black women married. And we always assume that they can't get married. I guess that's the angle that we tend to come from in these spaces. But my take on my video, my previous video, was that I just believe that most women, most Black women just don't want to get married anymore. There are a lot of women who don't want to get married. And I think it's come to the point that even though we have these manosphere spaces and a lot of guys always quote the fact that 1 in 4 Black women are married or will ever marry, you need to start asking the question, 75% of Black women probably don't want to get married. That could be a possibility. Like I said, it's just a theory. But this tweet that the Spiritual Word posted on their page today was very telling. So this young man from Twitter, he said, yeah, telling women they're going to be single for life or won't have a family just doesn't hit like it used to. These women don't care. So we all know, we got the old, the saying from Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, buy a dog, die alone.
Buy a dog and die alone.
And it's basically a retort that a lot of men use in these spaces when they see a woman being out of order or she has some unrealistic expectations. But under this post, I would say about a good 90% of the comments were Black women saying, hey, you are absolutely right. We do not want to get married. And I only took a couple of screenshots, but I'm telling you, there was enough where I could have filled up this whole live stream. So let's go ahead and take a look at a couple of them. So this young lady right here, she says, not gonna lie, I do care, but I agree. Most women do not care. I mean, women are marrying women now, so I don't think men are such a prize anymore. This woman said, don't give a F. Will I say that wrong? AF. It actually sounds better than marriage, to be honest. Then this young lady says, I mean, somebody has to be the rich auntie, right? And if you guys remember, I did a full video about, hey, it's a lot of women that want to be the rich auntie. You're a career woman and you want to travel the world and be the rich auntie for the rest of your life. Hey, I will support you in that if you're content. But ladies, I have to be honest. I don't want to see you on social media complaining about the decisions that you made. They are not looking to get married. They just want to be that quote unquote auntie that travels. She has a nice bag. She has her own home and she only comes over during Thanksgiving, Christmas, and she judges everybody because she's wearing the best shoes. She got on the nice little Chanel pin, just an auntie that was never tied down to a man. And a lot of women are falling into that trap. That's what they say they want. This girl, she said, too many ninjas out here who know they ain't S and who use these lines to manipulate women into staying. It don't work no more because she woke up and realized her worth. Then here, this was funny. This guy said it's a coping mechanism to say they don't, they definitely care. And then this lady says, I don't think we do. And then she said, well, speaking for myself, another young lady said they want us to be pressed so bad. I remember when I put out those videos about I don't believe that women want to get married, people were like, hey, that's what they say, but they actually do want to get married. And I'm like, why are you guys insulting these women's intelligence? If they say that they don't want to get married, then you should accept them for that and use them for what they want. And that sounds harsh, but it's the truth. I'm not going to sit there and encourage men to get down to the bottom line and help these women come out of this fog of saying that, hey, I don't want to get married when they actually do. No, I'm not going to instruct men to do that. I'm not going to tell them to waste their time by trying to convince a woman that she wants to get married. If she don't want to get married and that's what she's saying publicly, then you take her for her word and you use her for what she wants. Because if you look at it, ladies, if a woman is telling you that she doesn't want to get married, what else is there? Do you really think that these women aren't going to have sex for the rest of their lives? No, they're gonna have their needs met, and there's gonna be a guy that is gonna meet those needs. But there's no end goal. So if she doesn't want to get married and she's openly telling you that, and she's giving you her time and access to her vagina, then that's what you use her for. It is not a man's job to sit there and try and get to the bottom of it. Why don't you want to get married? No, she made her decision. Now she has to live with it. And that's a problem that we have in these spaces where there are too many men that are trying to say that, hey, women aren't saying they don't want, they don't want to get, they don't really mean that. And that was an issue that I had with one of Anthony O'Neill and Tony Gaskins, their interview. Anthony asked him a question like, do women say, hey, they don't want to get married. They don't want a commitment. They don't need men.
What is your thought on today's generation of these ladies who are saying, I don't need a man, they are independent, and they out here winning?
I don't think any woman is saying, I don't need a man. She's saying, I'm okay without a man.
Hi guys, just a daily reminder that I ain't never seen a man that I need, bitch. You're all replaceable. Don't ever get too comfortable and don't ever think otherwise. You're a guest in this household and you can be kicked out just as quickly as you were welcomed in. Thank you.
I feel like as women, we're taught to uproot our lives and go look for a man. Maybe I got a career to think about. No.
But if they're saying that, then you have to take them for their word. Women, like I said before, women are very smart. They understand what's going to happen. So if there are grown women, successful, educated women that are saying, hey, I don't want to get married, it is not a man's job to sit there and convince her otherwise. You use her for her time. And like I said, she's going to have sex, but there's no end goal there. So if it comes to a point that you get the attention of one of these women who say that they don't want to get married and she's giving you access to her vagina and there's no end goal, why would you turn that down? So, and that's something that the ladies need to think about. What is the end goal? If you don't want to get married, what you gonna do? If you're saying that you don't want to get married, and yeah, we can explore, long-term relationships, but no, most women don't want to do that. If you going to be in a long-term relationship, you might as well get married. But if the narrative is that most women don't want to get married, then take them for their word and leave it at that. And if you guys think I'm lying, go to the spiritual word, look under the comment section. There are ladies with blue checks that are saying they don't want to get married. So I don't understand the hang up. I don't understand why men are complaining about this, because if you want to get married, there are other options, right? You see the passport bros, you have women of other races that possibly want to get married. So I'm not going to sit there and tell black men in particular to convince these black women who are openly saying they don't want to get married to get married. That makes no sense. That's wasting his time, and it's also wasting her time. And if she really want to get married, and this is something that I want to pressure women into doing, don't sit there and be egotistical and stand on your high horse and say that, hey, I don't want to get married, but in secret, you actually do. So, and you're waiting on a guy to convince you otherwise. If you're an adult, you're a grown woman, say what you feel. If you meet somebody, if you're on a dating app and you're on there saying that, hey, I don't want to get married and, I'm just looking for companionship, why would a guy sit there and convince you, so you really don't want to get married? That benefits him. There's no end goal. It's just sex and fun. And when he gets tired of having sex with you, he'll just move on to the next one. And when he's ready to settle down, he'll find a wife. And you can continue being the single auntie. You can travel the world, buy as many bags as you want, buy the Louboutin heels, and come to the family gatherings alone and just have a good time for the rest of your life if that's how you see it. Just make sure you stock up on cat and dog food. That was harsh. I'm sorry about that, ladies. I didn't mean that.